Hello everybody, this is Dragon Age Inquisition. I have been playing it for the past couple of weeks, and that's why there have been no videos. And I wanted to express my opinion about it. This is the final boss here. My first problem with the game is the bugs. This boss is sitting here doing nothing because the game had a glitch during a cutscene. This happened several times, and there are lots of bugs like this all throughout the game. You get stuck in the geometry, several boss battles don't work properly. My character, I was playing as a male, but he was constantly referred to as female throughout the whole game, which was actually pretty funny. Especially when I tried to romance one of the females. It was great. Talking about women like us. It was funny, but it was still a bug, and it shouldn't have happened. Now, I want to say the positive things first. This game has fantastic music, terrific voice acting, and really good art design. Its level design is also pretty good too. I really like those things. But those things don't matter when the gameplay's not fun. And the gameplay in this game I found to be either really boring or really frustrating. Like this here, I'm just wailing on the guy. Either fights are really boring and nobody takes any damage, or they're incredibly difficult and everybody takes lethal damage over and over and you have to load your save game and load your save game. Of course, I'm playing on hard. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know. You also see my mages aren't doing much. Mages in this game are just ineffective. There's no healing in the game other than potions. So there are only two mage spells that are any good. Barrier, which gives everybody an extra health bar, and Revive, which obviously revives them. All the mage DPS is pretty ineffective because pretty much every enemy in the game has some kind of resistance to magic and has fire resistance or electricity resistance or something. And so if you rely on magic for damage, you fight enemies that just don't take any damage ever. So you should just use physical damage. Rogues are objectively better than mages, except for the two spells, Barrier and Revive. I include this cutscene just to show you the really nice, the really pretty cutscenes. They look great, though they would look a lot better if this game were optimized. The game runs terribly on the PC. My computer can run Total War Rome 2 on high settings with no lag whatsoever. This game, at the absolute lowest possible graphics options, gets at best 25 frames per second. Most of the time I was playing at about 18 to 20. It was playable, but God, it really diminished the experience. The lag, you know, I press a button and then 5 seconds later something happened. The game also, I never really felt like I was becoming more powerful. You can craft your own armor and weapons in the game, which is really cool. I like that a lot. But to collect the materials to that, you have to grind, which is really boring. Walk around these big levels. And I do have to say, I like the big levels in the game. The loading times are horrible. Loading screens take 3 to 5 minutes. They're worse than Skyrim. But once it's done loading, you won't see the loading screen for quite some time because the levels are huge. So that's okay. I like that. But there's a whole lot of texture popping. It seems like not everything was loaded at once. And this attack right here, where the dragon flaps his wing and does the white circle thing, it does lethal damage to all party members. It's so frustrating. The green dragon this dragon was fighting earlier, I had to fight in order to capture it and use it in this battle. And that battle was so boring and tedious and monotonous. I lowered the game's difficulty to the lowest, casual, just to get through that battle in under 15 minutes. Because the enemy was such a bullet sponge. He would do very little damage, but because it took so long to kill him, that little bit of damage eventually resulted in my entire party dying because I used up all my potions. Because there's no healing in the game! It's just so annoying. Also, there are no AI scripts. At least you can't customize them. So you just have to hope the AI casts the spells that you want it to cast. Sometimes it just stands there and does nothing, and sometimes it doesn't even attack. Like my tank there, through half this boss battle, I didn't record it, he was just standing, not even tanking any damage. So the game has a lot of problems. The technical issues of the lag were annoying. Also, sometimes the lip syncing would be really off, but I think that's just because of the bad optimization, the frame rate issue. And also, the game's characters I found to be really uninteresting. Sarah made me laugh a couple times, so I kind of liked her. Blackwall also he just was kind of a nice guy. That's why he was my favorite character. There wasn't really anything special about him. He has that side story. I guess no spoilers, I won't tell you, but he does have, you know, like every character in every BioRPG, some kind of dark past, but even that doesn't make him very interesting. So he's my favorite character just because he's a nice guy, and that's it. And that shouldn't be the case. I should have characters that I love, and none of these characters really interested me. But, of course, maybe that's just my opinion, obviously. Maybe there's a character you really like. I don't know. I talked to all of them just to get their side quests, but I was not interested in hearing their conversations, which is a shame because the voice acting is really, really good. I just wasn't interested, though. I played this game for 70 hours, so obviously I did something right. But I felt like I was forcing myself to do it. I paid $60, so I wanted to get my value, and I would explore all these huge levels and do all the grindy herb collecting and stuff. Also, you never do anything with herbs. You upgrade your potions and that's it. There's not much point to getting them. I would craft extra armor. I would try to do everything that I could. There's actually one side quest involving a boss where you destroy his armor in the side quest, and then it makes the boss battle significantly easier. Which is good because the boss battle, without that destroying armor, is nigh impossible unless you lower the difficulty. So this stupid attack is so annoying, it killed 2 of my party members. Actually, no, it killed 3 of them. It's just that guy went invulnerable for a second because he does that when he takes lethal damage. It's just... the game, it annoyed the crap out of me a whole lot. Also, a lot of it seems really arbitrary. A lot of the conflict, I don't really buy it. And the final climactic battle, this one, just kind of happens. You get this huge fortress in the game and it's never attacked. And you build, it's just like Mass Effect 3, in that you build these alliances and nothing ever comes of them. You know, there's a part of the game where you can, and you have the option of allying with the Qunari. And I did, and that's it. The game just said, okay, good, you ally with them, and I never heard anything else of it for the whole rest of the game. It's like it never happened. It's just... I don't feel like I'm really accomplishing anything. Also in this game, you never really become more powerful. When you level up, your damage and stuff is automatically increased, but the enemies level up with you. So it never really feels like you're becoming better. Unless you get these better abilities like Revive and Barrier, the only 2 mage spells that are any good. Otherwise, rogues just do more damage all the time. Physical damage is just objectively better, which is really frustrating. Kind of the opposite of the first game, where mages were really overpowered. But anyway, the game really disappointed me. I know I'm just rambling here, but so be it. I actually have not finished this boss battle. I keep either losing or the game glitches, and I can't finish this battle. And I got so annoyed that I turned off the game and decided I'd do my final impressions before finishing the game, because I'm just sick of it. I haven't finished this boss battle yet. Maybe I will at some point. I don't know, though. I don't really feel compelled to do that. When you beat the game, it feels like the same things will always happen no matter what I choose. You have tons of choices to make in the game, but they never feel important. There's so much illusion of choice in this game. Because I had to load my save games over and over and over and over and over to fight these stupid bullet sponge battles, I saw how all the options had the same result every time. Nothing changes. You make all these decisions and they ultimately don't mean anything. Most of them. A couple of them, like that destroying the boss's armor, do matter, but most of the time, you never see any fruition. The game just really disappointed me. I give it maybe a 5 out of 10. It was okay. I'll probably never play it again, though.